All right, folks. I think we're live. We're back. Little SGT Pro Tour Round 1 action here. SGT Journey brought to you by the kind folks at graybarngolf.com. You can see the logo and the QR code up top. Hit up C-Drum for your GSPro course builds or your simulator install builds. He does both course design on GSPro and also he's an authorized Foresight dealer. And does simulator installs in like garages, basements, workshops, etc. There was a GSPro update when I loaded this up. The start screen to me looked a little bit different, and my antivirus thing popped up and said there was something that got quarantined because it was like malicious. So I don't know. I mean, that was right after I downloaded, or it fetched it itself when you load it up, right after I downloaded the new update. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, hopefully nothing like shuts down on me. Hopefully everything works, and hopefully GSPro is not putting in putting in virus type of stuff into their new updates. But we'll see. Nice and cool. The past 3 days have been absolutely brutal. On Tuesday, it was like 104 in here. Right now, it's a nice, cool 69 degrees. Could be foreshadowing here. I like that number. We'll see how it goes, but nice and cool. Monday was brutal. Tuesday was the worst, and yesterday was pretty hot too. So haven't hit balls or haven't played since Sunday. And if you guys caught, I did a kind of a long post in the club's text channel in Discord. So I made a little bit of a change to the top of my bag. I I took out the original RBZ 2012. I had a 4 hybrid in there, and I also had the 3 hybrid, which I never even used, but I just left it in there. I took those out, and I got good deals on these in the past. I've had these for a couple of years. I don't even know if I've hit them, but basically what I did is I put in a new 3-wood. So this is a RBZ Stage 2. I actually bought my old 3-wood, the completely white in the 2012 white and green version. I wanted to buy that on Second Swing, and I got a pretty good deal on it. It was in like practically like new. I want to say it was like $50 a couple years ago, and they sent me the wrong one. They sent me this one instead. So they ended up correcting it. I was able to keep this. So I basically got 2 really nice 3-woods for the price of 1, which is still a good deal, which is cool. But basically, this is a Tour TS, which I think is Tour Spec maybe. 3-wood here. The only really scuff is someone caught a little bit high on the toe there. That wasn't me. But really good condition. This is a Stage 2, so it's a 2013. It's actually a 13-degree 3-wood, which is already stronger lofted, and I have it turned down. So there's a 2-degree loft sleeve in here. I have it turned down to 12 degrees from 13. I may just mess around one time and turn it down to 11 to see what I get out of it, but I added this. The only thing I don't love is this is the 3-wood shaft. It's a Fujikura Pro 73 gram stiff flex shaft. This is the one where I've experimented in the past and put it in my driver. Up until now, or right now, everything besides this 3-wood is extra stiff, which should be fine. It's cooler. It's just when it's hot and humid, everything else is extra stiff. I think I'm right on the line where if it's hot and humid and I'm fresh, I'm extra stiff. If it's colder like those winter months or I'm sore and fatigued, I'm probably stiff. And to match that with the gapping, so my driver, 8-degree Sim 2, turned down to 6. And I like having it turned down because it opens the face, kind of eliminates some of that overdone draw hook, duck hook type of shot. So 8 degrees on the driver turned down to 6, 13-degree 3-wood turned down to 12, and then I had this as well. I got this on Second Swing a few years ago. This is a Tour, same thing, RBZ Stage 2 2013. I love these RBZ clubs. Pretty good shape. It's a Tour 3 hybrid, which is 18.5 degrees. My other 3 hybrid was 19, so it's a half a degree stronger, and I have it turned all the way down. This is a 1.5 degree loft sleeve, so it's 18.5 playing 17. So basically I go 6-degree driver, 12-degree 3-wood, 17-degree 3 hybrid, and then into my P794 iron, which I believe is 21 degrees. So all I have to say, a couple new clubs in the bag, should be better gapping in terms of loft. But enough yapping. Let's start hitting some shots and see what we can do here. Wore a Gray Barn Golf t-shirt to finish to a 3-under finish for both rounds, D-Led. I'm not live at the lake button, y'all. 6 degrees Bryson over here. Well, originally I bought that. That's my second Sim 2 that I bought. The first one I got like 2 years ago. I cracked the face on it, and I contacted TaylorMade. It was pretty cool. They sent me, I sent it back to them. They sent me a brand new Stealth 2 Plus 8 degree, but I never liked that club. I used it for like a year, and I couldn't get along with it, so I ended up giving it to my dad, and then I bought, this is my second Sim 2. But I originally got 8 degrees because 2-3 years ago, I was slicing the ball, so I had it 8 degrees turned up to 10, which would shut the face 4 degrees. Now, I've been hitting up on it so much, and I've worked on my swing. My miss is like a sizable hook left. So going from 8 down to 6, it opens the face 4 degrees to neutralize that a little bit. But that's the reason for that. Saw you chatting in the chat, or saw you chatting in the chat, so I figured you weren't live. No, I was just responding to D-Lud and Flying Fat Kid were chirping me before I went live. I am in fact live, Black Cloud. I know the notification just probably pops up on your phone, but just in like the tabs, obviously if it's in the video tab with the Premiere, it's a video. This one, if you look in the tab, it's under the live tab. I have the max 10.5 down to 8.5 for the same reason. Couldn't get 6 in the air, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not, obviously I know you're kidding with the Bryson. I don't swing it the fastest. As of late, I've been pretty happy with how I've been hitting it. Like high 150s, low 160s type of ball speed. But I hit up on it about 6.5 degrees. So I have the launch, and I don't know, just between the extra stiff shaft in there, it's a hazardous extra stiff. Turning the club head down from 8 to 6. I've been hitting it pretty well, but D-Lud sent a funny comment. There was people in Joe Legowski's comments that he was doing, I think, like the Blitz or something. He was doing something, and there's another person. He's actually a designer from Canada, Hosel Rocket TO. I think he's in like the 50 plus or 60 plus league, so he's a little bit older. I won't say old, but he's a little bit older, and he's really, really good. Guy shoots crazy low scores, but they thought, they were like, I keep seeing this Hosel Rocket name pop up, and I go over and look at his channel. He's shooting crazy low scores. I go over and look at his channel. He's spraying it all over the place. I don't know what the deal is, but a little bit of a mix-up there with some names for those people. One thing I did yesterday, which is kind of cool, the 3-wood grip on here, it was kind of like, it's still in like really good shape, but it was just, I think, hadn't been used in so long. It got kind of like slick and not really dried out, but it was kind of slick and a little bit like not as tacky. But what I did was I did combination between, I would put Windex on it and then took some sandpaper and went over the grip and then did Windex again. It restores the grips if you guys are kind of in between, you don't want to quite replace it, or you have an older club. Those two combinations going back and forth between sandpaper and Windex, that thing feels significantly better than what it did. Good luck. Appreciate it, Flying Fat Kid. Wondering if that was me. No, people have asked before too. I know similar names. He's in Canada though. His is, I don't know, probably Hosel Rocket TO for Toronto maybe. People have asked if I like design courses too. He's a pretty good designer and he's a heck of a player. So people have confused him before. But I'm using that as a little bit of motivation today. If you see a Hosel Rocket name up there on the Tips Tour leaderboard, it's either him or it's because I gave Big Dog or C-Drum my login for my account and they're playing for me on the Tips Tour, which I've never done. But if it happens to be me up there, you'll either see it on a live stream, and I'll probably be super excited about it, or it's either him or someone else. All right, those were some easy 60s. I'm gonna take my time warming up, and then we'll start playing. I'm just gonna play 18 holes, and then I have a longer video I'm planning that I wanna get recorded and edited after. So just 18 for the live stream today, and then pretty much for the next like week and a half, it's supposed to be like 70, 75. So pretty nice, comparatively speaking, to 95, 100, 104 degrees in here. Streak for here, Walmart brand index. It wasn't even, it was neither. I don't know. It was just generic. It just said glass cleaner. But it all does the same thing. Worked pretty good though. Like I said, it was just kind of, I don't even know if it was dried out. It was just, I think hadn't been used in so long. It was kind of like slick, especially with my gloves. So could have just spent the $10 and re-gripped it. I've never re-gripped a club, but I figured worst case scenario is I ruin the grip and I need to do it anyway. So worth a try, and it worked out pretty good. Basically, you just taken down the outer rubber to expose the fresh rubber underneath. It only works for rubber grips. If you have any kind of like different material, it won't work as good. But basically, you just sand it down or file it down to expose the new rubber, and then for whatever reason, the Windex, I don't know, removes the oils or something, makes it tacky again, which is kind of cool. This is my 56. All right, we're going to go 30, 35, 28, close enough. We'll go 50. 52, close enough. And we'll go 75, and then we'll start getting into the actual. .73, 0.8, 74, good enough. All right. Hit some approach wedges, some pitching wedges, a couple 8-irons, a couple drivers, and then we'll do it. I'm excited. I did sneak out. I hit like 5 shots with each of the 3 hybrid and the 3-wood. I'm kind of excited to see how far they're going. It was too hot to even just stand out here the past 3 days and you just sweat. So it was too hot to even turn the square on to see how far it's going. I have a feeling though, like even I think it's like 3 to 4 yards per degree of loft is the general rule of thumb. So going from my old 3-wood was 15 down to 12, I should pick up 10, 12 yards maybe. And I'd just be curious if I drop that down to 11, how far I'd be able to hit it. I would think on ones that I catch, possibly 250, 260 in the air if I really, really flush one. Considering the average golfer uses a 10.5 degree driver with a 3-wood, obviously it's going to be higher spinning and off the deck, but a 3-wood at 11 degrees or 12 degrees is pretty close. These are my choke down approach wedges, about a hundo. That was 98, 99, 104. $99. Let's hit some pitching wedges. Try to get this up to about 125, 130 in the air. .88. That ball crack? I finally got around to doing. I had a good idea, which I thought of a while back, about the designer tip jar. So I've been kind of putting that all over the place. Anyone that has any kind of following, ever feel free to share the spreadsheet. Basically, that's not bad. Someone left a comment. It was probably like 2 months ago, maybe. Someone left a comment and was like, I wish that there was a way to easily be able to like send money to individual designers if they come across a course that they really like, versus he basically said, I would love to like subscribe to all these people's different Patreons, but instead of having like a $5-10 Patreon subscription for like 10 different people, he was like, I wish that if someone put out a course that I really enjoy, I could just send money to them directly as a thanks, instead of having like the ongoing kind of monthly bill and you're keeping track. So he was basically asking, do I know of any way that you can do that? And I was like, no, I've never seen anything. So the wheels started turning and I kind of came up with that. I was waiting to hear back from a couple people, but finally got around to kind of making that public last night, and a handful of people have already reached out, which is pretty cool. So I think we're up to about 10 different designers on there now, with all the different most popular payment apps and programs. Nightbot, I set that up the other day. Nice to see someone who actually warms up a fair bit. I feel like it take 30 minutes to get loose now. Yeah, I mean, most of the time, honestly, I'm not a huge warm-up person. Like when I go and play on course, I like do like 30 seconds worth of stretches, and then I take like a couple practice swings. I would say 99% of the time I don't warm up on course, but here it's easy enough. Kind of get the stream going, get some people in, read some comments, hit some balls, loosen up. And this is, like I said at the beginning, this is a little more prolonged just because I haven't played since Sunday. So just trying to get a little bit of feel and some contact back. That was hit better. A little bit of an overdraw, but decent distance. All right. Couple eights. Let's see if we can get this up to about 155, 160. Then we'll hit a handful of drivers and then go for it. Going forward, if I wasn't doing, that was Toei 155. If I wasn't doing the video after, I would be doing, which is going to be my new kind of schedule, is split up the Pro Tour rounds. Since I've had SGT over the past couple months, I've always been doing back-to-back rounds, so 36 holes of Pro Tour, and I always end up playing worse on the second round. So going forward, besides today, what I'm going to do is split it up each day. So do Pro Tour round 1, and then most of the other weeks will be a league event after that, and then like the next day or 2 days later come out, and when I'm fresh, do Pro Tour round 2 first, and then another league event. Oh. What's up, Sice? Someone said I sprayed all over the place. There was a couple people. There was 2 people that said that, and then D-Lug called me an average golfer. Which, in the grand scheme, considering I'm like 428 or something on SGT. I know D-Lug didn't mean anything mean by it, and I would agree with him too, in the grand scheme of things. But over the past, kind of tie into what I was saying, I think it was last maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, I played the pro rounds. I shot like 2 over on round 1, which is pretty good for that course, and then I shot 14 over on round 2. So that's worse than average golf, but hence my wanting to split up split up the rounds and try to hit it a little bit better and score a little bit better. But yeah, I'm using the sprayed all over the place as some motivation. We'll see what Driver has in store when I start hitting that in a second. Yeah, that was hit better. A little bit toey, but all right, let's see what Driver's doing today. Actually, before we do that, I do just want to see how far these are going. Because if I have a yardage on course and hit this new in the bag, I mean, it's 12 years old, but new in the bag, 3 hybrid and 3 wood, I'm going to have no idea what to try to play it to. So this is 3 hybrid. A little toey. Better. All right, 222. I kind of figured my old 3 wood was 15. This 3 hybrid now is 17. So I think that was hit our right is a little bit toey. That was 222. That'll probably be around what I play it at. Feels decent. I'm still 221. Still losing them a bit left despite having it turned down. 141 though for a 3 hybrid. I don't hate that. So play this maybe. Still really haven't even caught one of these, but probably play this to like 225 carry. That was better. 226. That was the best one. All right, so this is my new 225-ish club, which was like a not so great 3 wood before. Let the scores speak for themselves. Yeah, well, the 14 over round 2 last week didn't do a whole lot of speaking, but I hear you. It was just funny. All right, this is the new 3 wood. Which, and that was kind of toey and thin, but that was also 225. All right, 242. I don't hate that. I have a feeling this may end up being a, 225 would put me at 15 yards difference, would put me at like 240. I think this will probably be a 240, 250 club. That was 273 rolled out. This will probably be a 240, 250 club in the air, I would think. $230. Maybe not 250. 235, 240 maybe. I may even, because it's stronger lofted. That's like 250 total. I hit a couple. It was either yesterday or the day before. I put a bottle cap down and hit this with it slightly thin, slightly off the ground. D-Line. No such thing as bad publicity. All right. I got my eye on. I have an extra stiff driver shaft, which I'm debating cutting down because the loft sleeve, it's a TaylorMade loft sleeve, it'll fit into this. So debating cutting down the hazardous. It's a 70 gram. This is 73 stiff. The other one's a driver shaft, but wood shafts are all the same. Debating cutting this down or cutting the other one down and possibly tossing it in here so everything's extra stiff. I just think this is a touch whippy. Drop kicked it. Just for giggles, let's try a tee. If I catch this one slightly teed up, should be closer to, I think, 250, maybe even 260 carry. Launched way higher, 150 ball speed. May use that off the tee, possibly, on like shorter, tighter par fours type of thing. All right, good enough. Driver time. Okay, that was supposed to draw, but I don't hate 274 carry, 160. 6.2 up. Swung out to in on that though. All right, apparently baby fades today. Oh, there's the miss. All right, well, apparently it's a aim down the middle baby fade day. I'll take all three of those baby fades. I just gotta not aim up the right side. Let's do it. I looked at the settings a couple days ago. They didn't seem too bad. This is a new menu though, right? Unless I'm crazy. I think this is slightly different. Like I mentioned at the beginning, there was an update for the stable version of GS Pro. All right, Pro Tour, round one. Got a sweat going. Black tees at 6,700. Saturday pins, normal. Breezy 645. I'm at like 290 local, so that's not a ton difference. 12 stimps. I just don't love the yardage is kind of long, but I don't love the 12 stimp and the Breezy. Besides that, pretty favorable. How long was that warm up? Did a lot of talking, but it was probably about 20-25 minutes. 30. All right, here we go. Rocket Mortgage Classic. I think they changed it, which I don't love. They changed it to Rocket Classic, but they kind of named it after me here a little bit. Just kidding, but we'll see what we can do. We'll hit the flyover for the first one. I probably won't do the flyovers for the rest, but I think I played this before. I briefly remember this with the cars over here in the parking lot, but first hole, par 4, helping wind, 383. Relatively straightforward. My luck, I'll aim right down the middle for that baby fade, and I'll duck hook it, but let's go. Appreciate it, dice. All the boys seem to be playing pretty. I don't even need to move this over. Oh well. All the boys, so you've been playing well. All the boys seem to be playing pretty well. Like Danko's been playing good, D-Load's playing good, Fat Kid's playing good, Hutton's been bombing it. All right, let's hope the baby fade shows back up. Not a baby fade. But we caught a fairway. That was way off the toe. Wow, that got a ton of rollout. 299. That was pretty poorly hit, too. 82. Big dog. Heat map. All right, we can be a little long. Helping wind again. I'm going to go 56 to see if we can get a little zippy. Normal. So I want to land at about 5 short, and this wind's going to add 4 to 8 yards. Or I can take off 4 to 8. So I think around just over 70 should be decent. A little bit long won't hurt because there's that backstop. 70, 75. Not 80. Spin hard. Spin, baby, spin. No. Oh, my. I'll be right back. I got to grab my putter. I brought it inside for that putting stream. I forgot to get it. Give me a second. All right, we're back. A little bit of a haphazard start here. Sorry, designers. We'll see if this makes it better. Yeah, it's way better. Gotta be able to see the contrast with those dots. So 12 stimp, 17, almost 18 playing 15 or 16. Big Dog says Misty's on the high side. I'll try that. Considering I didn't have my putter, I meant to hit just a couple putts before, so we'll see how this goes. Get there. Wow, we still missed it on the low side. Said I pushed it a degree. These are kind of quick with these 12 stimps. Don't hit any trees. Their physics are insane on this course, really. All right, we'll take the par, though. Second hole, par 4, 433. Considering we hit, all right, wind's going to push it into and left. Considering we hit a kind of sizable hook on that first one, we'll go back up the right side. And now that I think about it, still using my more beat up warm-up balls here instead of my gamer balls. This is what I get for not playing in 4 or 5 days. All out of sorts here. $160, another pretty sizable 592 backspin. Pretty sizable hook, but that's 2 fairways in a row. Would you consider that spraying it all over the place? I mean, definitely not hit very good, but I'm spraying them at least into the fairway. 172 into the wind. A little bit long won't be the worst thing. Oh, now the wind changed. Oh, now it changed again. All right, we're going to go 8 iron. Or not 8 iron, 7 iron. Not ideal. Don't be on a down slope, and it is. 6.7 down. All right. I've been playing these. It always says 25%, but I've been playing these closer to 50. So I'm going to play this as a 30-yard pin. And with the down slope, oh, they added. You guys see this on the mini map? This used to only be in beta. I guess that was one of the things. I just noticed it. They added the yardage to the front and the back on the mini map, which is nice. I was kind of jealous of those people that were using beta before. That's a nice touch. I don't know if that was the only update that they pushed to stable, but needs to watch FFK if you think you're a sprayer. All right, so 30-yard pin. I probably want to hit this closer to like 20-25 between the sand's going to take off some spin and the downslope. It's going to run out. Luckily, we're into a little bit of an upslope, but 60 degree, 20-25. $22, that works. Word to the wise, play those greenside bunkers. Again, it showed 76%. But you look at the game versus raw. I'm going to go into this. The video should be tomorrow. I'm going to go into some of this, but any of those greenside bunkers for you guys that play these, play the greenside bunkers to 50% and then take off. Like these normal greens, I wanted to land at about 5 or so short. Add 50% instead of 25, because according to GS Pro, that should have came out 24%. And if you look at the game versus raw, it was close to half. Been asking for that. Need feature. I use front, middle, back all the time in golf. It was lacking in GS Pro. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Nice to have the yardages for the front and back. Also noticed a few contour lines on the heat map. Was there? I'll have to take a look. I want the hazards marked down there too. That'd be cool to know how far you have to that stuff. All right, even through 2. Into the wind. Whoa. 162, 287 raw. That was off the toe too. That works. That's more of a baby draw. 162.6. That was better. Weakened my grip a little bit on that one. That was into the wind too. 93 into the wind, up a yard and a half. I think we need about not the best pin location here for a draw. Need right around a 95, 100-yard shot here. Choke down, approach wedge. Ladder drills added to the range too? Really? I think it's because sand is usually big up or big down slope. But yeah, they change the carry a lot more than you think. So I'm going to go into it tomorrow. It should be tomorrow's video, like I've been saying. I'm going to kind of go through like what I usually play, my general rule of thumb, and I'm going to go through and test a lot of this stuff. But it should be pretty informative. It's going to be a longer video, and I'm going to preface it at the beginning by saying if you're expecting like a boiled down 5-10 minute long video going through everything, it's not going to be the case. But if you want to see me go through and kind of test a lot of things out, that's what I'm going to be doing. All right, 100-yard shot. I chunked it and I towed it. Sit. All right, that probably needed to be closer to, that was 97 raw. Probably need to be closer to 90. What were you saying, Stice, with the contour on the green? I don't really notice much difference. It's actually, all things considered, it's not a terrible place to be. This is kind of a crazy pin location. It's up on a, they call those things like turtle backs or whatever. It's breaking both ways away from the cup. 21 playing 23. So we're going right to left at the ball, and then the other way at the cup. I think it may just be about there. .21 playing 23. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. That was straighter than I thought. I pushed it 0.6. Still not used to these 12 stimps. They're a bit slippery. All right, saving pars, even through 3. Fourth hole, par 5. Wouldn't mind another one of those 287 raw drives here. Helping wind. Heat map show contour lines, maybe if you're off the green. I don't know. I haven't really noticed. The really only thing I've noticed so far was that start screen was a little bit different, and then the yardage on the front and the back of the green once you get up towards it. It would be nice if they changed. We'll have to see, but one of the things that's kind of annoying is when you're it like aims you to the nearest one of these like marker points. I forget what they call these, but if you're like kind of in the trees and you're trying to just go straight at the pin, sometimes it aims you like sideways. So if you're not paying attention and you don't change your aim, it could be having you go completely the wrong way of what you're intending. Hopefully they change that to where it just puts you, whatever club is selected, it puts you dead center in the fairway at that distance instead of the closest like yardage marker. Got him another 817 backspin. Another hook, but that's I think we've hit every fairway. 262. All right, here we go with the 3-wood. Helping wind. This has a chance. This has a chance. Oh, I drop kicked it. I wanted that one. All right. Par 5, we're hitting 3. I wonder if because it's I have it open now, this one's adjustable, and I open the face even on top of that, I feel like it sits with the sole of the club is more in contact versus before. My other one was kind of more like that. I feel like I may, with this new one, be bottoming out a bit quicker. 33. Try to hit this about just over 25, between 25 and 30. Really, 26 would be pretty good right at the front of that green. I hit the number. Let's go. Caw-caw. Caw-caw. I was trying to hit a 26. I hit a 25.8. Who needs backspin anyways? I mean, I guess if I'm hitting fairways, you don't really. But the problem is that thing gets a little bit offline and it just nosedives. I want to be... I feel like I hit my best drives. They say the sweet spot is 1,800 to 2,000. But I hit my furthest ones and the best ones when they're baby draws, and they're probably even a touch lower. I would say probably 1,600 to 1,800 is when I hit my best ones. All right, 130, up about 2.5 yards, so 132. However, 10-mile-an-hour wind's going to take off 5%, so we're like 125, and I want to land this about 120. We're going to go like 3/4 pitch and wedge. $122 should be pretty good. Sit. Not bad. We'll take that. A little bendy one, as Big Dog calls it. I'd almost rather have a longer putt. I hate having these so close to the cup and knowing you have to aim so far out. I don't even know if that's enough. This thing's gonna snap pretty good. No! That went over the edge of the cup. I pulled it. Putter is not pushing and pulling putts. Wow, that should have been 2 under. All right. 1 under through 5. 6th hole par 4. This is not set up the best here to draw it. But we'll go there. Should be fine. Kick right. I don't hate 286. Raw carry, 161. Go figure when you take a couple days off. What's the leader at? Can't see the. I'll tell you after. I never even come close to the top of the leaderboard. I'll let you know when we finish the hole. 136 into the wind. So that's gonna be another 10%. So another like 14 yards. 146. Man, it's either. So we're up to like 152. I don't know. I don't know if I can get the 9 there. It's either a hard 9 or a soft 8. I guess we'll take a less club and keep the speed up. We'll go 9, see what happens. Oh, I had the distance, but that was nuked. Way left. That was a trap draw. Kind of a smother. Jeez. Smother trap draw. .52 playing 53 with a mountain of break. I mean, I have no idea. This one, I don't know. It would be like a 15, 20-yard chip. Honestly, it may not be a terrible play. I could probably get closer and I could fly it over a lot of the break. Otherwise, this is just a complete guessing game, but generally, I guess they say a bad putt is better than a bad chip. We'll try it. Maybe we'll get lucky. Wow, that wasn't even enough. Basically 8 playing 9. Back to even. Good speed, I pulled it. Par 5, we'll try to get one back. Man, some of these are pretty narrow. 14 under is in first place. Matt Wool, JT Walsh is 11 under in second. Like I said, I have no chance. I'm just trying to get, it's like the top 50% up to 120, I think. That finish. I'm just trying to get some points. I haven't had points in like a month. Trying to keep up with D-Lud on the SGT rankings. Kick left. Oh, it did. Okay. That went nowhere, but that could have been worse. I hit that relatively hard too. 274 just changed. I weakened my grip one more at the very end of that. And that's what you can't have when you aim right for the draw and then it fades. All right, 3-wood. Need you here. Where'd my draw go? All right, 3-wood, we need you here. We're going to get a par the hard way. Right on the green. Playing some FFK golf here. Still, 242. Wow, it's nuked. That's why I was hitting the 3-wood before. Still no draw, though. All right, inner circle, we get a par. 41, down slope, out of the rough. Get some green to work with. Into an upslope. Another 2. Call it a 43. With the wind in the face, too. 45 pin. Probably want to land this about 40. I got to get it. That's a high point there. 40 yards. Nope. 36. Run. Oh! Eight playing 9. Come on. I hammered it. Bogey. And I pulled it a degree and a half. Jeez. 1 over. A little rusty here. A little rusty. Wind's going to push it. And I'm going to try to draw this. It'll probably be an overdraw. Smash now with the altitude. Altitude is not much. It's only 300 feet. It's 2% per 1,000. So it's like, I don't know, 0.5%. Altitude is not doing much. For pro, I always try to finish in the top 60 to 75 or so. So not so many people play. Maybe your square needs to be recalibrated. That's 2 in a row. I don't know. I haven't touched it and I haven't like kicked it. So I think it's fine. It's just not rolling putts. And if you see, I've been kind of, at first I was pushing them too far. So then I started trying to close the face a little bit. Now I'm pulling them too far. I'll figure it out. I think it's more so me. I mean, the square is really good and it's really temperamental from where you hit it, which is good, but also bad. I mean, it's really accurate. So I haven't done it in a couple weeks, but I think it's fine. I only complain when it's not a 0-0 HLA. Should try pro. I can never get points in SGT. Used to get even points, but now it's like 150 plays and you're even. It says the face is open to the path at target. Maybe just close the tad. The face to target, that's just estimated. I wouldn't put a whole lot of stock in that. I just didn't really have anything else worthy to put up there on the tile. But the club path is measured, the attack angle is measured, and then face to target is estimated based on that and the other metrics, and also dynamic loft, which I don't even have up. Even's a good score for me on SGT. Yeah, I mean, tips, I just can't, even this, I'm struggling a little bit on the 12 stims. 13 stims with the more difficult putting. I just can't get used to it, especially with the hard greens. If you want the most points, you go tips. That's why pro, you still get a good amount of points. I'm right in the middle there, so I play pro most weeks. SGT, you need to play better. There's more people that play it. That's the most popular tour, and the points aren't as good. I mean, if you have the time, you can do it, but I would say if you're only going to do one, depending on your skill level, I think pro's a happy medium. If you're better, then if you're only going to do one, do the tips. But All right, we got the drawback. Not the best contact. Sit. Stay in the fairway. 53. It's going to come out left. Some pretty big ridges on these greens. Into the wind. Up about 2.5 to 53. It's probably playing about 57-ish. So I need just over 50. $51. Come on now. Oh, that landed so soft into that upslope. That's a good shot. Usually I fade my wedges a bit more too. That only had 15 RPMs of side spin. All right, for birdie, we could use this. There we go. Caw, back to even. $199 par 3 into the wind. So if it's gusting up to 10, it's going to play 220. If it's gusting down towards 5 when I hit it, it's going to play 210. We'll go 4-iron. Left. Oh, no. Oh, that tree saved us. Stay in bounds. That tree saved us. That was way off the toe. Hit it relatively hard. 204 raw carry for a toe strike, but now we've got issues. Can we possibly, it's going to come out left. Can we possibly sneak it by that tree in front of us? It's a high point up there, so I can go even a little more left, and the wind's going to push it. Where's the edge of the circle? Can't really see where I'm at, but 27 up 4 to 28 out of the rough, about 30. Want to hit this about 25. Go 56. I think probably a little bit lower may be good. Even's a good score for me on SGT. If the path is measured and the HLA is measured, then the face to target is an accurate calibration. Yeah, I don't think it's too far off, D-Lot. It's just that's estimated based on the others. So instead of having it actually measured, it's estimated. It's kind of like the Garmin was always pretty close on some of that stuff, but you can't put as much stock into it when it's estimated versus measured. All right, my stream on my phone just went black. Don't know what the deal is with that. Give me a second. Are we still? I think we're still going. 8-iron chippy chip. I think I'll be all right with the 56, keeping it a little bit lower. We'll see. I mean, honestly, that should have been in the parking lot out of bounds. So I kind of saved a stroke. I'm not great with those 25-yard low. Like that, if I took an 8-iron right now, it could go like 75 or it could go like 15. I feel like the 56, shut the face a little bit, keep it lower, maybe a bit more controllable for 25. $22. All right, all things. Oh no, stop. I was gonna say all things considered. No way. Semi-rough. I know a lot of you would putt this. I'm gonna chip it. Only need about 4 or 5 yards. This has hole out potential. It's gonna land pretty soft. We're on an upslope and we're hitting into an upslope. Kind of drop kicked it and pushed it right, but all right, 1 over. All things considered, again, probably could have been I didn't quite catch that wedge shot under those trees, but all things considered, that could have easily been like a double or a triple if we were OB and then dropping. Hopefully we'll get that back. What's the wind doing? Into my face. All right, good drive here solves everything. Get through it. Okay, 161. That was rather toey. What did we get out of that? 234. 162 up a yard into the wind. So 10, that's going to play another 16 up to 178. I think it's going to be a 7. I guess those guys on Joe Legowski's channel was right. I do kind of spray it. To be fair, though, this is kind of a narrow course. This is a tough driving course with all these trees. Oh, I scolded it. Go hard. I guess it didn't need to. If that's the case, I could have just hit an 8-iron. 160? I could have hit an 8-iron right there. Good miss hit, I guess. Good miss. Chippy chip. Possible this goes in. Only need about 2 yards. Brutal. Whew! Decent par save. 11th hole par 3, 208 into the wind again. try the 4 again. All depends on the wind. Too far left, but I hit it pretty good. It's a round of chippy chip scrambles trying to get up and down. Short-sided, pretty big downslope here, but the pin's actually up. We're on a downslope. It's going to come out right. What does that say? 6? Pretty much need to land at 6. .6. That rough grabbed it. That was a fraction of a yard from being perfect, I think. This one we're putting. So it's going to come out left, 5, 10, 15, playing 8. Wow. Two over. Not even close to enough break. Twelfth hole, par 4, 415. .75 spin access. 276. Stay in the fairway. I don't even know if 276 backspin is possible. 182 in the semi-rough. Up 2 into the wind. Go 6 iron. Thinned it. That might come back off. Oh, it stayed. Not going to get it done with 30-foot putts. .30 playing .34. I know it's uphill, but there's a lot of room for this thing to break. Sit, 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 sit. Got to string a couple pars together here and then maybe get a birdie or two. Still a good amount of holes left. We're right there at that teeter point of the round. I don't like how the wind, it switches on you. Not ideal. Not ideal. I'm hitting it hard too, 161.5. What is that? Is that 189? 139. With tree trouble, it's going to come out 1.7 left. So do we stay left? Yeah, we got to stay left. Punchy punch 7, I guess. Same shot. I think that was close to the distance. I hit it 142. Now we got to do a low hook runner with a 7. Need a little more hook. All right, I'm going to play this as 50%, so that's going to be another 9 on this. So 19, 28. We're on an upslope. I want to land this about 23, 24, 25. Sit. 30. Now punt for bogey. I just got to stick to scrambles. I don't know what it is with these stupid Pro Tours. I don't know if I want to just play so well. I don't know what it is, but all right, good bogey save, all things considered, I guess. Colliders on trees in this course way bigger than they actually are. Someone else said that too. PJO 336 said that too. Honestly, I've hit a fair amount of trees, but they've saved me a couple times, so no real complaints for me. I did it to myself, hitting the trees in the first place, but they've saved me, so they are rather crazy bounces, though. I would agree with that. Oh, miss hit, and we're blocked out with water. It's crazy how quick it can go from like hitting drivers so well to right down the tubes. It's a par 5. We've got 218 out of the rough with water on the left and trees on the right. Smart play. Smart play would be layup, but I'm not smart, so we're going hybrid. Do we have a look now? Some of them extend 6 inches to a foot outside the actual boundary of the tree. I mean, that one too, I don't know. Like that, it's tough to tell on like hitting it like that. It's tough to tell if that one extended or if I actually just hit it right into the tree. That's unfortunate. That was probably dumb, but at least we're clear. What's 6%? 10% would be 20. Like another 12. We'll go 4-iron. It's going to push it right. We'll go 4-iron out there. Oh. Got scared of the water. This round's going down the tubes. If I get this inside the inner circle, it'll be a miraculous par. .45. Of course, everything runs towards the water. Get down the hill. Go. Shelby, did you try out any of those tips I gave you to try to neutralize your swing path at all? I looked at your recent videos, but I don't think your mic was on. Oh, we missed it on the high side. That's another bogey. We're just adding them up now. Gonna go 8 iron, 154 into the wind. That's left. So far off the toe. 8 degrees into out. I need to trade. I was looking at your swing thing from the Pro T. You're like 8 degrees out to in. That was 8.3 degrees into out. We need to trade and both get a little more neutral. I'm trying to play the draw, but obviously that was way toey, so not that much. 20 yards. Yeah, to be honest, drives put me in hard spots every hole. No, hard not to bogey, which is, I don't disagree, which is unfortunate too, because for the past, I think it was last Wednesday, I played. I shot 2 over on round 1 on pro, and then I shot 14 over on round 2, and I was so frustrated. I hit driver for like an hour straight, which I probably need to do here. I hit driver for an hour straight, and then after that, for the next like 3, 4, 5 days, I was striping driver right down the middle, and I was kind of hanging my hat on that. And now today I haven't played since Sunday. I was hoping I was going to pick up where I left off with driver, but hasn't been the case. But I definitely don't disagree with the driver putting me in bad spots, and also just seeing it like not hitting it well. I feel like just confidence-wise, it's like I'm putting myself behind the 8 ball, both position-wise and confidence-wise, with not hitting driver well. And then it's like you're battling to try to even save par or bogey, like you say, versus putting yourself in a good spot off the tee and having like a good tee shot that you feel good about and saying, okay, I set myself up, let's keep like the positive momentum going. I digress. So 20 up a yard out of the rough, 16 to the front. Need to hit this about 16 or 17. Too much. Honestly, I don't know if I haven't hit much. I don't know if I've hit like a single shot that's I like hit really well. Like these long putts are killing me too. I'm giving myself 15 to 30 feet, if not more, every time. And I just struggle. I don't know what it is with the 12 and 13 stimps are just so slippery. I struggle on them. It's crazy how much of a difference makes from going 11 to 12. Not good. 1.1 push. It's definitely just me and my putter. It's like Black Cloud, you were saying I was pulling those was when you said that, and now I'm just pushing them. I'm trying to just find something that feels like I'm going to roll it straight. What the heck? Another bogey, 5 over, geez. All right, I'm just going to swing hard with the driver. Not bad short-sided. Miles per hour. I know. I've been saying it too. I just don't, like, I haven't played because it's been so hot. I come out here, like, I'm not going to get, I don't even know if I'm going to play my own league this week. I don't know if I'm going to get to any of the leagues. I'm doing this. I got to do a video after. It's like, and I still like now driver's down the tube, so I feel like I need to work on driver to like dedicate like an hour or more multiple times just to hit putter. I just find a hard time fitting everything in that I want to. Now it's supposed to draw. Get over it. Skip. Let's go. We'll probably be blocked out by trees a little bit. I don't know why I said I was going to swing hard. I actually kind of geared down on that a little. Not horrendous, though. I did hit. I hit a few good ones earlier on, the first like 4 or 5 holes. .116. I'm just going to hit a full approach wedge. Toey. May work, though. Nope, not going to work. That was like 2 yards away from working. $10, $11, add another 5, so $15. I want to hit this about 10. It's going to come out 3.1 right, but there's a pretty crazy ridge there. And I've noticed too, Big Dog mentioned it, these side slopes in the bunker for whatever reason don't really matter. That's so tough. I wanted 10, I hit it 10.8, and again, that was so close from being exactly what I wanted. These pin locations are tough. Just chip it. 2 yards. Another bogey. Par 5, come on. Go figure. The first week I say, all right, I'm going to switch it up and try to play better on round 2 and give myself a day in between. Now I just want to go play round 2 now and just get it done with. The one time I say I'm going to play it smart and switch it up. Driver's back. I saw a flying fat kid. I'll read your comment in a second. Driver's back down the tubes again. Never be scared of stimps again. You got your lead locked down. Like and subscribe if you chips in the circle. No draw. Yeah, we'll probably hit this tree, but we'll just try to nuke a 3-wood up there. It'll probably draw too, so, but as long as we're up there, it's par 5. As long as we're up there. Or fade right into the freaking tree. These colliders are pretty insane. I know that was right into it, but geez Louise. 3 hybrid. Not a terrible swing, kind of a not so great result, but we're hitting 4 into a par 5. 8 yards, upslope. Try to hit this about 4. When we go to par, we were 1 under at one point, and we almost got it to 2. I just went over the cup. The front wasn't even that bad. Well, I guess until starting hole 6. We were 1 under even, 1 over even. One of those pars, I think it was maybe 5. We almost got it to 2, and now ever since then. I wonder if other people, same thing, they're struggling a bit more on the back. All right, bombs away. .66 spin access, 317 backspin. I'm going to go 6 iron. Not my week on Pro Tour, once again. Probably could have hit a 7. Colliders. I mean, you're not the only. You're the second person to say it. They do seem rather aggressive, but at the same time, like I'm hitting it so bad, I can't complain about that. 36, basically 37, down 18. The 27. This is playing 19 with a double break. Brutal. 7 over? Oh, no, that was a par. 6 over. That sucks. We're going to the range. I got to pound some drivers. 300 longest drive. I mean, there was one I hit 287 raw, I think. Eight pars, 2 birdies, 8 bogeys. 300 longest drive, 272, 160 average ball speed. Don't see that too often. 162.6 best, 79 feet of putting, 28 putts, 1 sand save, hour and 12 minutes. 8 out of 18 greens regulation, 8 out of 14 fairways. Not ideal. We did start though. I hit a good amount of fairways at the beginning. Most of those fairways are probably those first 5-6 holes. Frustrating. All right, I'm going to put the good balls back. These tours are tough because it's like now putting up 6 over, I need to go pretty low on the second round, which is daunting. And then on the weeks that I end up going low on round 1, it's daunting because you don't want to screw it up on round 2. I don't know, I just care too much, I guess. Almost missed that completely. Good battle. Sure, I think you're one of the most improved players I've seen. How's your game has been? You have the game for this. Hang in there, buddy. How do you work on driver? I really struggle with driver 2. Just mashing balls didn't seem to help. Offer mental coaching and club throwing for my membership now. How I work on driver, I just swing hard. I literally, last week after round 2, I just hit driver for an hour straight. And the last like 10, 15 minutes of it, I just get into a groove where you make better contact and you kind of build on the momentum. I'm really not trying to do anything different. Like I'm setting up the same. It's just really for me, hitting like 5 or 10 in a row that I feel pretty good about just to build that confidence back up. It's really all it is. Like that's a little better. Still low in the face, so the backspin kicked up. It's just really I need to see like 5 or 10 of them going like close to 160 ball speed, 275-ish carry with a baby draw. Even that's playable. Like aim up the right, that's like either left side of the fairway or middle left, depending on where I aim. Came out of it. Kind of like that. Like I just need to see a couple like that to where I know that I can still actually, I haven't completely forgot how to hit driver. 160.1, baby draw, 273 carry. And I lose it right. Almost missed the ball completely there. Better. Not better. not hateful. Like those last two, obviously those I can play those. Club twisted on that one, but at least these are like manageable. Like that's a good miss. These are manageable in play. Disappointment isn't as useful as anger. Hey, I think that's a new PR. 163.8, 280 raw. I think before it was 163.7. I'm going to write that down. I think that's a new PR for ball speed. I don't hate that. Baby draw right down the middle. 280 raw, 301 total, 163.8. A little bit spinny though. It was a little low in the face, 2283. Yeah, it's a new PR. Before it was 163.7. We beat it. Beat it by 0.1. What's today's date? 6/26. So I don't know. I guess that's how I work on driver. Hit until you feel good about it. That's how I do it. Game speed versus speed training. I don't know. I think like you've been talking about it too, Flying Fat Kid. I think I hit it the best when I just swing hard and I don't have swing thoughts. So I just like if I know I can do that, I play my best when I've had a couple of those type of shots under my belt and I just swing hard. Like I was hitting it pretty good with R Scramble and Big Dog Scramble, and then even some of the leagues after. It's like same thing with you. You start trying to gear down, you get too timey and handsy, and you're trying to like gear down just to find a fairway, and you start steering the ball. When swinging like that was just kind of like I'm just gonna swing and hit it hard, and stuff usually times up, and your natural kind of instincts and athleticism just takes over. Can't believe June is over. I know. Before we know it, I'm gonna be out here and it's gonna be using the heater again. But I'm gonna end it on that one. I can't hit it too much better than that right now. So appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm gonna do a rather substantial video here, which as long as I can get everything kind of filmed and get the point across the way I want to and get it edited for tomorrow, you guys should be seeing it tomorrow. Loft problem. That's a Spike joke, right? Lack of bleeping talent. I think John Rahm, I need to reset shorter, not slower. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, it's weird too. There's no blueprint, at least for me, and I've seen other people too. There's no blueprint where I say like, all right, I'm hitting it bad, and I need to do this one thing to get back. It kind of changes depending on what you're doing. So like, I wish it was for me. Maybe that'd be nice if it is for you, but I wish it was for me. Like if I wasn't hitting it good, just like okay, just shorten the swing, and that would fix everything. But to me, there's different problems that pop up, so I'm kind of like problem solving on the fly. And that's why I feel like sometimes just swinging hard kind of gets rid of some of that stuff naturally without trying to pick apart your swing and like trying to find like pinpoint exactly what could be going wrong. It's probably multiple things, but not a bad way to end it. We'll end it on a PR ball speed. Good stream, appreciate it. Wish I would have played better, but possibly. I mean, it's supposed to be really nice now. This is like perfect temperature in here. I got a sweat going because I just hit driver, but even during that round I was sweating. It's 70.4 in the garage, and it's supposed to be around 70, 75 degrees, I think, for the next week. So I'll probably have a prolonged stretch again, possibly like a week straight of coming out here. So pretty high likelihood I'll be out here pretty much every day for the next week. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow if I want to do the Pro Tour round 2 and get that done, and then go into some leagues. Me and Flying Fat Kid are playing on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. I'll be out here earlier, so maybe we'll start just a touch earlier, but I'm going to schedule a stream. We're playing our Auto Putt Scramble at 10 a.m. on Saturday. I'm assuming I haven't talked to Big Dog, but I think I'm playing with him 6 p.m. on Saturday. The boys are doing Thursday Thunder tonight. I think Flying Fat Kid's streaming it. Danko wasn't sure. I don't know if you guys had anyone fall out or add anyone on Discord. I haven't been checking since I've been out here. But Tiak, his brother. Oh wow, I read like part of that. I thought he said his brother passed away. That would have sucked. He said his brother's passing through town. So they've lost 2 on Thursday Thunder already. That is one problem when you get a bunch of people. You get more likelihood of people dropping out versus if you have just like 4 that are locked in. Eastern, yeah. Yeah, 10 a.m. for me and Flying Fat Kid, 10 a.m. Eastern on Saturday, and 10 p.m. or 6 p.m. Eastern on Saturday for me and Big Dog. That's been our time slot. But I'm out of here. I'm going to go hit the bathroom and then try to figure out. I've been taking some notes and trying to wrap my head around the best way to do this video that I'm going to put out tomorrow about GSPro penalties and all that stuff. Like I said, it'll be a longer one. I'm going to do a kind of a disclaimer at the beginning, but I think it'll be pretty informative. I'm kind of going to do like an experiment. So it's not necessarily like I have everything figured out. Obviously, you can tell I just played, but I don't have everything figured out. But I'm going to kind of go through some of the stuff, and there's been some of these numbers that don't quite match up. So I'm going to kind of try to basically go through and hit a bunch of shots as I'm recording it, and then maybe towards the end of it, possibly or hopefully draw a conclusion or two of maybe getting some better yardages out of these different lies. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Shout out to the members. Really appreciate the additional support. And we'll see you tomorrow. It'll either be pro or leagues or both. Maybe a putting mile-an-hour stream. Maybe I'll do that. But I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.